We're going to call court in this session. We the people versus a mother who is trying to stop this visitation order from happening. And so she wrote, and she said, is this grounds for sole custody and or a modification? The father and I have joint managing conservatorship. I'm the primary parent. Father had a gradually increasing possession order where he would see the child for short periods of time, and that would grow until it went to overnights. In between visits, he would have no contact. He doesn't speak to the child. He doesn't respond to texts or calls, and he refuses to co-parent. Since May of 2022, he will start to get his regular standard possession, meaning weekends, y'all, every other weekend. He did not see her since, and messages are now saying he wants to keep her July 1st through 31st, which is the possession order. This means no contact with my daughter for me. They usually turn off their phones when they have her. 30 days away from me with zero contact for a girl that just turned 5 sounds scary. It will turn her whole world upside down and cause her severe trauma. What can I do? He hasn't told me any details. My child is terrified of him and still does not say more than a sentence to him. He lives with his mom. My kid sleeps on a trundle in a spare room there, which is, I guess, like that's a cute little word for futon, y'all. In a spare room. He's hardly there, and the mother usually picks my kid up on the days that he wants her. What should I do? Okay, boo. This is the first thing. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter really, in my professional opinion, who's really seeing that child. He's going to get his possession order unless he's done something to this child. He's going to at least get standard. And at the end of the day, yes, that is the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to gradually increase. The thing is, you have to prove that it's not in the child's best interest to move forward to that standard possession order. And if you're able to prove that to the court for whatever reason, then you'll be able to modify that order, and the court's going to go with you and change the visitation. But I'm not understanding like what he's done to the child. I'm still kind of waiting to see what he's done to the child. Now, I do understand how you feel when you say that a 5-year-old should not be gone with them for 30 days and not have access to you. He cuts off his phone. I do think that's wrong. So what you probably need to do is modify your order for access to the child, meaning video access, because you can force him during his time to have so many video visits with you and to make sure those visits happen. So you need to do that. You can also write in telephone time as well. What you guys probably need to move towards is a parenting app so that we can see whether or not he's co-parenting. And if he's not, then you probably should get sole managing conservatorship. But it's not going to stop him from having possession of that child. Does that make sense? So I mean, at some point the child's gonna be over there. You just need to modify your order for the talk time you need so you can check on your baby to make sure everything's okay. If he's gonna get that child for 30 days, you need to move in against that order where it tells you that you need to send him in writing the dates that you're gonna interject and take the child during his time, because you have the right to do that. Because we don't have orders that make children go places for long periods of time, and the other parent don't have the right to step in and say, I want to see my child for this weekend. So you can cut in on his 30 days, and that's what you need to also do. You need to move on your cut in time and cut in on that summertime visit. But yes, go ahead and file your modification. But in my opinion, you just need to file it for the communication and access. You're not going to really be able to stop that man from being able to have a standard possession order. You're just really not. I don't see how that's gonna be done. With what you told me. And yeah, I mean, her sleeping in a spare bedroom on a trundle isn't the best thing, but she has her own room and she does have a place to call her own. It may not be up to your specifications, but that's not her primary house either. And then she's only 5, so she'll get older and she won't want to go over there if they don't get it right. But at the end of the day, you can't stop your child from having a relationship with the father. There's nothing you can do about that. So you have to make sure that you foster that relationship, ma'am, and just get your communication time, add in your video visits, your telephone time, move it to a parenting app so we can see. Because we the people, do we see y'all? I don't think we see. I don't think we the people see. I don't think we the people, and comment underneath y'all, I don't think we're going to be able to make some sort. Are we able to say that he's done enough not to have his regular custody? Now, he's not going over. He just wants regular rights. Do y'all see anything that says he shouldn't get regular rights? And I do understand that he lives with his mom. Okay, girl, he was whatever he was when you was with him. See, that's one thing is we cannot, and especially as women, talk about how, you know, retarded these gentlemen are after the fact. You know, he lives with his mom. He doesn't have a job. He didn't probably have one when he was with you, boo. And you still dealt with him. And if he did have a job, it is what it is. He lives with his mom, so what? At least you know somebody is there that is going to take care of the children. Now, whether or not she's the person and she's just taking advantage of his visitation, I don't see how that's going to stop him from getting visitation. I see it stopping him from getting more visitation than just the regular standard. So if he tries to go get more, which some parents do, and he tries to open up and expand and elect to get more visitation than what he has, then I would argue, okay, his mama is the person that's with the child, and he's not spending time, and he doesn't want this enlarged, expanded, elected possession order, this larger possession order for any other reason before his mama, and she doesn't have rights. But if all he wants is the standard, the bare minimum, man, you're gonna have to give the man the bare minimum, unless he's doing something to the child. And you know, what do y'all think? I mean, that's where I'm coming from. And then, man, you have to be very careful. I don't know whether this is a girl or a boy. I mean, the way I'm reading it, it leads me to believe that it's a girl. But the fact that she doesn't say more than a sentence, you don't know why. You're not able to tell me why she doesn't say more than a sentence. She probably doesn't say more than a sentence because he's the shitty daddy and he ain't been picking her up, but she don't really talk to him like that. She probably talk to his mom. But there's nothing we can do I mean, I don't see anything that you can do in court without anything further, without something that, you know, something that harms the child or makes it not in that child's best interest for him not to have them, but that bare minimum visitation.